Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Alright guys, so we have edit that works, and the only thing remaining in there is to validate our csrf code, which we didn't do. So let's go ahead and do that. So we go to the edit controller here, and what I'm going to do is capture the result of the csrf code verification using that, and then I will add the post data in there. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so this will return true or false. So this has to be true or false. So we'll say that and this. So both these should return true for us to get here. But then if that doesn't work, we are coming to this point here where the validation failed, and so we need this part. But let's see. I want this to be part of the errors, and I'm going to get one of the, let's do this. Let's say if not csrf, then I want to add an error to this like that. So I'll add this inside, let's say maybe email or first name or something, just one of them that you know will display on the front end, and say form expired. Okay, something like that. So you can put the error that you actually want there to make sure that works. Okay, so that is good enough. Now with this done, we now can move on to other controllers. So the other controller we need is the delete and add. So here I'm going to right click in the folder, new file, and I'm just going to copy everything from the edit section and paste over here. And then I will save. So this one is the add controller, and save. So in the add controller, we don't really need to find any record. So I'm just going to remove this part here, and let's save. And then we get our post data. That's fine. We don't have a row ID, so let's remove that. And once we remove that, here we would say validate insert. We still need to verify that. And what else? Password here. Passwords must match, and we are not going to unset the password here. However, we will need to encrypt the password. So I'm going to grab this and put it here. Oh, that's one thing I actually forgot in the edit as well. We need to do this. So I'm going to say password is equal to password hash, like that, and then put that, and with password default, like so. Okay, great. This one changes to date created, and we don't need to unset any of that because it does not exist. And here we put insert, and because we don't have any row, we remove that. Record added successfully, and then we'll go to the view to see that. Now we can't view this. I think we should go to the list view instead of this. Now we can get the ID that was written to. Let's do this. If we go to model here, you will see that we have wait, that's the wrong place. It's database actually. So there's affected rows, and then there's insert ID. So if you do want to go to the inserted ID view, we can do that here and say insert ID from the user model, like that, because after an insert we'll have that ID saved there. Alrighty then, I think this does it. What else here? So I need this part here for the edit as well, because if it's not like this where we unset this, let's put an else statement where we actually hash the password like that. Okay, very good. Alrighty then, so that's for the add. What about the delete? So delete is more like edit, so I'm just gonna copy that and let me refresh. Oh, add a new thingy there, new controller, and let me save this one as delete controller. So I'm gonna go delete controller. So most of this is the same because we do need that. Form can be expired, so that's fine. Any errors, record not found, all this is valid, except we don't need to validate any of this. So no validation, but the form must be valid. So if we get to this point, then probably it's expired. So I'm gonna do this, no need for that if statement. Okay, I think that does it. Then we don't need to hash any of this, so delete. We don't need to create any new data. We don't need to unset this. We don't even need the post data at all. Here we have a delete like that. Record deleted successfully like that. Now we can't view that record. So what we need to do is just go to the plugin route, minus any of this, like so. Alrighty then, we don't even need this part here at all. Okay. Yep, I think that does it. Alright, so with that in mind, the controllers are done for all three. Now let's go to the views. So we have an edit here, and we will copy this same one for the view. So let me refresh, say new file, and let's paste over here, like so, and let me save that file. So instead of edit, this one is, what will this one be? This one will be view.php. Let me save that. So everything is good. We don't need a form over here, so I'm just going to remove that and remove that over here as well. And let me just shift everything over like this. All right. We don't need this. This is the view record. So maybe we'll just say single record like that. Okay. Oh, view record. I think that's fine. We'll have an image there if it exists. That's another thing we have to take care of, the image upload. Here where there's an input, I want to change that. So first of all, let's remove the error view here. We don't need these parts since there will be no errors here on the view. So I'm going to remove all of this. Same thing here. And finally, okay, the rest is fine. We don't need the retype password, and we don't even need the password part here at all. When viewing, we don't want to show the password. And also, old value here should be changed to escape like this. So I want to remove all of that. And because this is value, let me just change this to div like that. And what do I do here? Close this div. I may have missed something here. Oh yeah, the closing part here of that div. Okay, so same thing here. I'm going to change that to div, close that, and then close that div like so. So if I come back to my view here and click on view, this is what I get. So it's view record. There should be a record here. I should remove that clickable thing there, but this is first name, last name. Right, can't really tell what's going on here. I think we need these boxes here. So what I'm going to do is, let's just put that class back, the form control, like so. Okay, I think that makes sense. All right, so same thing here. I'm gonna do div, close that, come back here and close that, but we still need that class name, the form control. Same thing here. I'm gonna do escape and a div over here, and same thing here, closing div like so, and of course the form control. What else I need? Email. Okay, that's about right. Let's check it out. Refresh. Okay, great. So that's working. We're not editing here. We're not saving either. Let's see here. Let's put text center here. Save it should be removed. This is not a form anyway. And let me refresh. Okay, so there we go. So back, if I click on view now, this is what I get. Back, view, back. Okay, so we'll put user roles as well at some point. So first name, last name, email, and gender. So right here I can duplicate this just to show the user roles that this one has, or maybe we can put this after the name. Anyway, let's put rows here like that, and we will put rows when we have them. Here we don't actually have. Let's change that to 12 so it goes all the way. Let's click that again, and there it is. Okay, so rows will come here when we have them. There could be a list of them there. Let me click back, view. Now I want this to not be clickable anymore. So inside the label, I will remove this, the clickety-click part there, and probably remove the cursor pointer over here, like that. Alrighty then. Okay, pretty cool. So edit, back. Oh, wait, what did I do? Let me click on edit, and if I click back, does it submit? What happened? Ah, right, it does submit. Okay, so let's go back to that edit view one more time. So the reason that happens is because this is not a button, this is a submit. So we have to change that to type button, like so, to avoid submitting when there's editing going on here. If I do back, it should remain as cancelled. Okay, so that would be the same with delete. So let's create the delete version as well. So this is what we get. We don't have the delete file. Now the delete file is kind of like the it's kind of like the edit actually. So let me copy this. Let's go to the views. Where are they? plugins, user manager. So right here, right click on view, new, paste and save. This one is sorry, delete.php. Let's save that. What else is remaining? The add is remaining, right? So let's there's back here, just type button, save. Instead of save, let's change that to delete. And of course we have to ask the question, are you sure you want to delete? So let's change that to delete. And let's put an alert div here. So I'm going to put a class alert and then alert danger and text center. And we say, are you sure you want to delete this record? Exclamation point. We don't need an input there to select anything. We don't need that cursor there at all. And we don't need these guys to be inputs. We can leave the error messages here just in case you need to say something, I guess. So now the inputs are useless, but instead of having to change them to, you can leave them as read-only, or you disable them or something like that. So let me try doing that. Actually, you know, at this point I can just go to the view instead. So we have this view version of things, so I can copy from the first name here up to the gender. This should be enough information. So let me come back here. That's the name to the gender and paste. Yep. But let's move things over like that, and let's remove the password part here. We don't need any of this for deleting. Alright, so let's get back and see what we've got now. If I refresh, it's delete record. Are you sure you want to delete this record? Okay, then you can either delete or go back. Alright, so that works, but we haven't tried to delete yet. Let's make sure our edit actually works. If I remove that E now and save, record edited successfully, and that's true. It was edited successfully. Let me go back. Now the message, when it's successful, it looks red. We can change this to add a param for, let me go to the functions here. The function message. So this one takes in a string and a boolean whether to erase or not, but we can add an extra one. This one is CSS class. Now this is entirely up to you. Something like that, right? Because there's alert danger and alert success. Let me put string over here. Alright, so you can actually do this. Wait a second. Yeah, now this will complicate things a little bit, because the return now has to be more than just the message. Okay. Okay, what we can do instead is we could make two functions. There's message success and message I think that's the best solution. So let me remove this part here. Let's leave that. So one could be message success, one could be message danger, and then when showing them you can select which one to use. For now, let me not dwell excuse me, let me not dwell on that. But you can create two functions and then whichever has the data will show it. So anyway, it wouldn't be difficult to do. It's just a matter of doing this. And the thing is, you would have to change this message in there. Every reference to message, you say message success. And then here you can say message failed. Success or failure. But failure is hard to type sometimes, so we just say message fail, message success. Something like that. So we change all of that, and yeah, this should do the trick just like that. So then you can choose which message to show where. And let's see, delete. Let's see if there's any message here being shown. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so edit. Where are the messages coming from? Oh, this is from the admin section. So what you do is you go to, wait a second, the basic admin plugin. In the views here, there is a part where we display a message. Let's scroll down, and it's right over here. So exactly what we did here, let me do this. We just have to duplicate this one more time. And then here we change that to message success. And then here we change to message fail. Like that. So we just put them back to back, and whichever has the data, we will display that data. The difference is that here we put this on success, like that. Okay. And then let me come back to functions now. Now that means, not functions, the plugin. Wherever we use the message function, we'll have to change that. This is the users manager plugin. Okay, so we go to the edit controller, for example. There's message here. Let's put that on success, and let's put this one on fail. Okay, that does the trick. On delete, same thing. Success and message fail. Okie doke. What's the other one? Add controller, same thing. Success. Great. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, I like this. Now we can go to basic auth and login.php. We have messages here. So what I'm gonna do is put this on fail, and then just duplicate this, put both of them here. One can change to success, just like here as well. Alrighty then. So obviously, since we are using that message thingy there, it means we are setting it in one of the controllers. So let's go there and check. Form expired. Both of these are for failure. So let's put that there. Okay. The sign up. Do we get a message? Yes. Success? Yes. Success. Great. Okay, so where we get an error, we're gonna fix that in case we didn't see it. So let me close all files for now, because I've edited too many. Let's go here to the delete, is it? Are you sure you want to delete? This should work just fine. So let's try and edit one more time. So I'm just going to go back and click edit, and I'll put another E there, and let's hit save, and now we get the green one, successful, which is great. Let me go back, let's edit, let's remove that, and let's save. In fact, on the view here I should put an edit button instead of all of this. So let's go to, let's say, view, and I want to duplicate this, and this one will be edit. So I'm going to change that to warning, like so, and instead of chevron here, it will be on the list view. We have that icon which is pen to square, is it? Okay, so this one should be different. This one should be trash. Yeah, this one is pen to square. Let me go back again. Okay, so that's a trash, correct. So on the view, we want the edit. I'll put that pen to square, but then I'll duplicate again, and this time it will be delete, and this one will be trash, and this one will be danger. Okay, so let's see. Also, I need to change the routing here. I'm gonna do this and say that was back. This one is edit slash, and let's put in the correct ID, like so. And let me change this one to delete. Alright, so that should do the trick. So let's click on view, and this is what we get. So back, edit, delete. So that if I click on edit, I do come to the edit side, and if I click on delete, I'm brought to the delete side. Back. Alrighty then. So with all that done, we want the add now. So if I click add, it should bring up the add menu. Now I'm just gonna copy these links here. Let me copy that. Let's go to the list view again, and there is a button right here. So I'm gonna paste that, close it, and this one should go to add, like that. Now when we're adding, we don't have an ID yet, so we should keep that in mind. So I'm gonna click there. I need to refresh the page and click there. Okay, so there it is. We don't have the add menu yet, but of course, just like we've done with everything else, we're just gonna make a copy. So I will copy from the edit and create a new page, paste, and save it as add.php, like so. And we don't need a row to exist for us to do any of this, so this part is irrelevant. So I'm going to remove all of this. Let me tab everything in once, like so. Okay, everything we need here. So add, or we can say new record. So everything stays as it is. The only difference is we don't have this part here, so we have to remove. We don't have row, so any reference to row must be removed. So let's do that. Okay, this may be a problem, so let me just select these first three. Yep, like so, and delete. Control, Shift Control, right arrow, and delete. Okay, so that does it. Let's also remove this here. I'll just put emptiness there. And let's see what next. Here, let's remove this. Old password, retype password. Okay, I think that does it. Now we will remove this disclaimer here, leave empty, because we're not editing. So let's get back and let's refresh. And there it is, a new record. You put the details required, password, retype password. Okay, so if I now click save here, I should see some errors. It says the first name is required, last name is required, email is required, gender is required as well. So let's make sure that we have that set. So I'm going to go to users, the user.php part here. When we are trying to insert here the validation, oh, gender is required. Huh. So why didn't it show? Let's go. Gender is required. That part should actually show as well. So let's go back to add. Let me make sure there is. Okay, so the error thingy is there. So what is going on? Okay, so the reason here is this is not empty. It contains all of this. So what we should do is remove this selected part here and just put value instead to an empty value, like so. Oops. Let's make sure in the edit version it's similar. Let's go to the edit and let's put an empty value, like so. Okay. Great. So now if I do that, it should say gender is required. Okie doke. This is great. Everything seems to be working as intended. Now let's deal with the imaging in the